So as you can see, these are the backs that I crocheted over. I'm just going to pull them to make sure that I don't have any bubbles or anything. And then I'm going to carefully, and probably thread snips are better than fabric shears for this, I'm going to carefully trim that. And voila, it's gone. And then I'm going to do the same on this one. I had one other one that was kind of short that I'm going to do that. Now wherever I have the long yarn tail still hanging, I'm not going to do that. And the reason is because these yarn tails, if I just clipped it right on the knot, it can actually unravel. So I'm going to take that very same needle I used way back when to put on my blanket stitch, and I'm going to thread it with the yarn tail. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go, think about it as going where your hook would have been, so kind of in between the stitches. And I'm just going to insert that needle for a bit, maybe an inch or two through the stitches, and then I'm going to pull it through, and that yarn is going to disappear right behind the stitches. It's helpful to create a little bit of friction. This actually prevents it from unraveling. So now, not going into the same hole, because then you'll just pull the yarn through, but going into another stitch, maybe one stitch over, and doing the same process where you put your needle through the loops. We're going to pull the yarn through again. Ta-da! And now that little bit of friction of having the two yarns together like that will keep it from unraveling even when I wash it. So I can just clip it. This one we had already crocheted in for a few inches, so I'm going to clip that too. And then this one I do need to go through with the yarn needle again. Now sometimes if you didn't hand wash it, because you're naughty, you decided to throw it in the washing machine, oops, and maybe even on the dryer, what you're going to find is that some of these threads will start to poke out a little bit, just like a little bit of thread. If you are confident in how you crocheted over them, like I showed you, or how you strongly put them going in between stitches for several inches, then you can be confident to cut off any little tiny bits that are left over. But if you sort of feel like maybe you didn't do a great job, which is okay, we're all beginners once, that's another reason for hand washing, because the agitation in the machine is what makes it more likely that the yarn is going to unravel. Hand washing, it's probably going to stay, you know, in basically the same state, so you don't have to worry about it as much. And so now I'm going to cut this, and again, like I said, if I had been more prepared, I'd have my thread snips here instead of fabric shears, and voila, you now have a quilted crochet project with a shell edge. Now if you decided before that you just like that single crochet edge, it's the same process for weaving in the ends like we just did. So then you would be finished, and like I said, you can iron it, you can wash it. I prefer hand washing and drying flat. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you here this weekend, but I'm actually attending a virtual conference for my job, so I'll be checking in now and again. I can be reached at marie@undergroundcrafter.com with any questions. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing all the projects everyone comes up with. Have a great day.